Toyota has been a force to be reckoned with in the NASCAR Cup Series, boasting a spectacular 6 full-time entries courtesy of 2 racing juggernauts, Gibbs Racing and 2311 Racing. They hit the track back in 2007 and have since been tearing up the pavement with unparalleled success. But alas, it seems that Toyota's top-notch driver has parted ways with them, leaving fans crestfallen. Kyle Busch, the man behind the wheel of the number 8 car for Richard Childress Racing, bid adieu to Toyota after being snubbed by Gibbs Racing, who decided to promote young gun Ty Gibbs instead. Busch is a titan of the sport, a 2-time Cup Series champion, and the driver with the most wins in NASCAR history. It's undoubtedly a significant blow for Toyota to lose a driver of Busch's caliber. However, Toyota's lineup is now geared towards the younger generation, with the likes of Gibbs, Tyler Reddick, and Christopher Bell leading the charge. But wait, there's more. Toyota has some big plans up its sleeve to bolster its already potent Cup Series lineup in the future. Stay tuned, racing fans, as Toyota is about to shift gears and take its game to the next level. Before we dive in, let's take a quick tour of Toyota's NASCAR history. In 2007, Toyota unleashed a thunderous roar as it made history by becoming the first foreign automaker to join NASCAR's flagship Cup Series in almost half a century. While Toyota had already made a name for itself in American stock car racing by competing in NASCAR's Truck and Goodies Dash Series, its entry into the Cup and Busch now Xfinity Series marked a significant milestone. Toyota's decision to race a version of its Camry family sedan in the Cup and Busch Series was met with mixed reactions. Critics pointed out that the production Camry had little in common with its NASCAR cousin other than its looks, which were emblazoned on the bodywork that hugged the rear-wheel drive chassis and V8 engine of the race car. Indeed, good luck finding a rear-drive V8 Camry at your local Toyota dealership. Despite the criticisms, Toyota's racing program proved to be a massive success, with the Camry becoming a staple on the Cup Series grid. Although Toyota switched its Xfinity Series car to the GR Supra in 2019, the Camry's likeness still reigns supreme in the Cup Series, where it's poised to embark on its 16th season of racing. The Camry has already completed a staggering 15 full seasons of Cup Series racing, a feat that speaks volumes about the brand's unwavering commitment to motorsport excellence in a racing series that has traditionally been the domain of American automakers. Kudos to Toyota for breaking barriers and raising the bar in NASCAR. Last season, Toyota came this close to clinching both the NASCAR Cup Series Driver and Owners Championship. Christopher Bell had victory in sight and was set to leave Joey Logano in the dust during a long green flag run in the championship. However, Michael McDowell's late caution threw a wrench in the works, dashing Bell's hopes of securing the championship title. To make matters worse, Bell's number 20 team suffered a dreadful pit stop, further dashing Toyota's hopes of victory. With the 2022 season firmly behind them, Toyota now finds itself facing a daunting challenge as it strives to recapture the glory that Kyle Busch brought home in 2019. The odds are stacked against Toyota, as Chevrolet and Ford have a leg up with more teams on their side, giving them a higher probability of claiming the championship crown. However, Toyota is determined to defy the odds and up its game for the upcoming 2024 season. In a recent interview with NBC Sports, David Wilson, president of Toyota Racing Development, confirmed that Toyota is looking to expand its racing program for the 2024 season, with plans to strengthen its Cup Series lineup in the hopes of dominating the competition. Watch out, Chevy and Ford, because Toyota is gunning for the top spot. This is what he had to say. We've got some good irons in the fire now. What was once a very effective strategy to amass our resources across fewer cars, with the marginalization of the areas that we have to play in, and the flattening out of the playing field, we definitely need some more help. 9 to 10 cars is probably our sweet spot with this new car. We're talking to a lot of the incumbents. It's a very dynamic time right now. The good news is there's a lot of interest. It's hardly surprising that Toyota has been keen to expand its racing program, given the plethora of reasons driving its ambitions. One of the most compelling factors is the undeniable strength of the Toyota driver pipeline, which has remained the envy of NASCAR for several years running. However, there are relatively few available seats at the highest level, leaving many talented drivers with limited options. Against this backdrop, a couple of situations could prove highly advantageous for Toyota. For instance, the marketing team, owned by Tad Geschichter, who heads JTG Daugherty Racing, was recently hired by Gibbs Racing. The two teams already have a history of collaborating, including working together on pit crews. With this in mind, Toyota could easily add a 7th entry to its racing program if 2311 Racing expands its operations. That figure could rise even further to 9 cars, which would be an impressive feat by any standard. Suffice it to say, Toyota is exploring every possible avenue to strengthen its Cup Series lineup, especially with the NASCAR landscape in a state of constant flux. The next-gen car, which debuted last year, was intended to reduce costs and introduce a more cost-effective team business model. However, it also delivered a new era of competitiveness in its inaugural season, with 19 race winners and a breakthrough by Trackhouse Racing in the Championship 4. Wilson believes that the next-gen car will allow TRD to pursue more teams without breaking the bank. Despite this, manufacturer investment remains important, and Wilson takes pride in Toyota's impact in NASCAR, particularly in its approach of getting its teams to work closely together. This approach has been adopted by Ford and Chevrolet over the past decade, with both manufacturers opening tech centers. General Motors also recently opened a new performance and tech center overseen by Dr. Eric Warren. While Wilson is envious, he believes that Toyota still has areas to work on. The constant evolution of the racing world is a blessing and a curse, as Toyota Racing Development President David Wilson describes it. In this cutthroat environment, if you're not constantly pushing forward, you're going to fall behind. Wilson relishes the fact that his competitors are reevaluating their participation strategies, but this also puts pressure on TRD to keep up and stay competitive. Today's approach to NASCAR, which involves hands-on participation and getting their hands dirty, was unique when they entered the sport. However, now that other manufacturers are adopting similar strategies, Wilson recognizes the need to stay ahead of the game. It's all part of the cutthroat competition that drives innovation and excellence in the industry, and Wilson wouldn't have it any other way. A fun fact is that this season may end a 74-year-old streak without the number 18 car. Gibbs Racing has decided to let Ty Gibbs, the reigning Xfinity Series champion, continue to use his current number in the Cup Series, instead of switching him to the iconic number 18 Toyota. This decision is quite noteworthy, since the number 18 car has been an ever-present force in the Cup Series since Gibbs Racing entered the scene in 1992. In fact, there has never been a NASCAR Cup Series season without the number 18 car making an appearance. From John Wright's 7th place finish in the number 18 Ford at Heidelberg Raceway in October 1949 to Ty Gibbs' current run in the Xfinity Series, the number 18 car has competed in a whopping 1,575 races in the Cup Series. While the car has seen some drivers come and go, Kyle Busch has been the mainstay behind the wheel in recent times, with 56 of the car's 80 wins to his name. Bobby Labonte was responsible for 21 of the other 23, with Dale Jarrett bagging the car's first 2 victories in 1993 and 1994. Gibbs Racing has indicated that the number 18 car will make a return at some point in the future, but for now, they are sticking with their current lineup of 4 cars. These include the number 11 Toyota for Denny Hamlin, the number 19 Toyota for Martin Truex Jr., and the number 20 Toyota for Christopher Bell. While we wait for the return of the number 18 car, it's worth noting that only one Cup Series race has ever been contested without it in the field, which occurred in 1994 at North Wilkesboro Speedway, when Dale Jarrett failed to qualify his number 18 Chevrolet. What did you guys think of this announcement? If you don't mind, let us know in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.